Live.
We are live.
Hi, folks. Welcome to Thought Brokers. Come on in and listen. We're doing things a little differently tonight. We're going to have you all kind of come in, and then we'll do our intro.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
unless you have other things to say.
You got the. We're good. Yeah, we can. Live streaming is this is a part of it. Live streaming has a little bit of. That's the beauty of it. It has a little bit of rough edges.
It
Um,
does.
so you have your Google Doc. You got everything. You good?
Yep, I got it. We are good to go with that.
Mine.
As long as yours isn't listening to you still, I think we'll be fine.
No, I'm on the other computer. On the other computer. That's not gonna happen anymore. Yeah, I figured that out quick. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's go videogram. There we go. Thanks, guys. What's up?
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate that. Oh, who's Juicy's here? Oh, everybody's here. So now we can start. This is what we
All
want
right.
to get this. So, guys, this is my very, very good friend, business partner, and pretty much sister and family member. She's gonna come see me in
Yes.
Vegas. This is Sam.
Can't wait.
Sam, she is. Sam, I am.
Sam, I am. I do like green eggs and ham.
Hey, Juicy. What's going on, everybody? So,
Hello.
Sam is awesome. She is. You're gonna see how awesome she is. We're gonna hit the intro. You got a little bit of a personalized intro to our show, and
Hmm.
then we're gonna inform you on the good shit. So tonight, just so you know, we're talking about when the algorithm raised them. So children raised on the algorithm. And I know that you're gonna like this stuff. So whenever you're ready, Samantha, hit
Yep.
it.
I will hit it. Here we go.
Yo, turn the microphone up. Yeah, yo, check this out. San Miami and AC in your sight. That's what I'm talking about. We on the line tonight. Yeah, it must be Friday night, huh? Check it, right? Thought brokers on the air. It gotta be Friday night. You know AC and Sam I am. Every take come tight. They come correct with the true crime. Cut through the hype. If you ain't tapped in yet, you behind on sight. They got the news, got the facts. Every angle they glean. Thought brokers breaking down true crime coats in between. Story veterans, seasoned voices sitting the scene. They've been cooking up these cases for a hot minute. Claim if there was trophies for getting lit and still going live, they sweep the whole award show. Every medal, all five. Buzz brain, sharp tape, still the logic survive. They keep it honest, keep it raw, keep the madness alive. And it's not only news, it's the jokes that they choose. Words are hard. One-star strip clubs, they review the rules. Very passionate rundowns on them toys you can use. Amazon confessionals, pick a product and view. Alex murder, OJ headlines, Gypsy Rose in the file, twin flame scammers, Menendez on the case profile. People kidnapped, hoodwinked with a digital smile, scammed and straight up whack. It's in the docket on trial. It don't matter, the fatter that the storyline stack, the better payoff in the end when they're running it back. They break it down frame by frame, every detail intact. Never slack, never clock out, they stay on the attack. Let's act. Sam, I am in AC. Sam, I am in AC. That perspective is key. Perfect duo to make you look and actually see all the bad in the world, all the rot underneath. From the killers to the monsters living right down the street. They ain't stuck on pretty phrases. They don't dance round facts. Ain't too many extra fillers when they talk on the acts. They just lay it how it is. How these villains react. Bang, bang, case closed, bodies vanish on track. What about coats? They got that every chapter and song. From the quiet gated suburbs to the doctrines gone wrong. When the power and obsession run insanely strong. They call it twisted out. Tell you why it's been wrong. So long. Somewhere out there is a system that keeps letting it slide. Whole towns look the other way, just protecting the pride. But the brokers pull receipts, bring the truth to the light. Name the patterns that repeat when the money's in sight. Probably best in the world at exposing the scheme. So sit down, let the feed roll. Welcome into the stream. One of the best boy-girl tag teams you ever have seen. Pulling threads on every case till the motives are clean. Words are hard. Yeah, Sam, but you still land tough. Hard as hell, but you spin them when the topics are rough. Might laugh at the stumbles when the phrasing is scuffed, but the insight stays sharp. And the research enough. Yeah, AC, yo, where you at? Light the vibe, set the scene. Joints, blunts, gummies line, keep the stress off the screen. Beer, vodka, or some whiskey while they comb through the mean. Say it with me, pour it up, keep the conscience clean. Thought brokers, name ringing every feed that you see. Sam, I am in AC, bring the oddity spree. Thought brokers, where the thoughts and the brain waves agree. Thoughts and brain matter, that's the only real currency. Thought brokers bring the weirdest little crime to your door. From the headlines to the footnotes you ain't heard before. They entangle all the rumors, leave the truth at the core. Every Friday, different rabbit hole to fall and explore. Yeah. Thought brokers pick a platform, they already on it. From the phone in your hand to the screen where you want it. They lace a random fact, drop a gem, make you ponder upon it. Put a feather in your bonnet with the way that they flaunt it. And if you hate one-star strip club reviews they spit, then you ain't home, you off base. You ain't built for this wit, far from it. Wrong stomach for the jokes that they fit. They stay blunt, never filter. They just let that break. Thought brokers and my am and they see on track. They don't censor for the comfort, they refuse to pull back. They don't always see it equal, they'll collide in the fact. But that tension be the engine keeping every show packed. Not just hanging out on Friday doing gummies and joints. They dissecting every angle, put a case in the point. Friday nights turn forensic and they sharpen the oints. Every time stamp marked up with the clues in the joints. Thought brokers, hit the follow, like and share what you find. Drop a comment, hit subscribe, keep them front of your mind. Yo, send my MAC, let the storyline climb. Grip that mic, y'all. Thought brokers on time. Thought brokers on time. Send my MAC, keep the truth in the rhyme. Friday night, tune in, let it sharpen your mind. Thought brokers sign off. Till the next deep dive. Grind. It right. Yo, turn the microphone up.
Oh shit.
Here we are.
It's quite a fucking, yeah. I mean, that's an intro.
That's a fucking intro.
Fucking intro.
It's my favorite.
It's my favorite. I put a couple of extra goodies in the middle there. So for our intermission, you choose. There's a couple extra new songs.
Okay.
So
Are the songs on the intermission shit? Or
Yeah.
do I need to choose the songs? Okay.
you can choose it.
Sweet.
I just wanted you to choose it. So
Okay.
yeah. So welcome. This is Thought Brokers, and we are doing it now. Not only YouTube and everywhere else that we are usually on live on. We are on Go Live Streamers, which is a new streaming app. It's just 3 months old, and we are going to grow with it. We're going to watch it bloom. So it's really cool. How you doing, Sam?
I'm doing good. I mean, you know how excited I am that I'm literally at the campground, Waterloo, Nebraska, right by the Elkhorn River, sitting in my camper, and we have an actual fucking stream going on
So
2 platforms. So it's
things are
fucking
happening.
awesome.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So make sure to thank that neighbor of yours. It was a godsend.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Fucking godsend. So
So excited.
Tonight we have a really cool show. We've been, for those who are on Go Live Streamers, you guys have missed 10 episodes of us, kind of culminating throughout. You know, we started again with the why it's so important, like why true crime is so important, why things happen the way they do, and why are we so interested in things like this. We've been moving through this systematically. Mind games, people that have done social experiments where they've gotten the power and they've flipped everything onto the other person, like the Milgram experiments where people were, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, here's some power, and it's like don't fuck the other people up, and then they totally fuck the people up.
Why people just
Why they do
fall prey to people in power and people saying they have power.
that.
So
Right.
yeah.
Not only that, but we talked about the 100 different McDonald's that were hit in Kentucky,
Hmm.
where the cops would call and they'd say, "Hey, you have somebody that's really dangerous working for you," and they didn't ask for a precinct number, they didn't ask for a badge number, a name of the cop.
Nothing.
They just said, "You know what? I'm a bootlicker. I'm gonna lick boots tonight." And
They said I'm going to make whatever person they have kind of made a profile for,
yeah,
and whoever fits that description in my place, I'm going to make them do a strip search. I'm going to make them do horrendous fucking things, and this is awful. So
it's all
I mean,
SA, like all the way up to like, you know, where's your line? If somebody called you and said, "Hey, so one of these people are pretty dangerous," like chaos is a ladder. It's a step by step. It's not like jumping into something. These
right.
people, this guy just manipulated 70 different McDonald's into doing these heinous things to these people. So,
In addition to other fast food chains like Wendy's and
mhm,
Taco Bell and all the things, where whoever was in charge that night just fell into line and they shouldn't have. I mean, it was bullshit.
incredible. So
These poor uh,
saps.
most of them were minors. Not all of them were women. There were a couple of males that got into that. It was the Wendy's in, I believe, Massachusetts,
Massachusetts.
that had some male victims, and it's bullshit. It was fucking bullshit.
The question that we posed that day was like, like, the most, what is it? The most dangerous authority is the one that doesn't identify itself. It doesn't say like I
Right.
am the, you know, who are you and how many. So a lot of people are going to be like, well, who, what's your badge number? Where are you calling from? Some of the people are just like, look, I gotta just tell me what it is, and then we kind of went through that. But we can check that out on YouTube if you ever want to.
Yeah,
The point is that now, episode 11, we're going to talk about the algorithm, and we thought it was pretty fitting for now, since we're going on the streaming app, that
absolutely.
talk about the algorithm, right? And what happens when children and other people are, hey, Mama Rock Queen, what's up? She came. She doesn't even like podcasts. This is my friend Sam.
Oh, hello.
Mama Rock Queen's awesome. She paints rocks. And it's fucking
Oh, that's
awesome.
awesome.
Yes, ma'am. So tonight, it's what happens when children are exposed to the algorithm for an extended amount of time, and how that changes, right? It could change you.
Yeah.
So, it's hi, Sam. So
Hello.
let's start with a phrase that people use constantly, right? It's just an app, and this is going to be this might hurt a couple people here, but let's talk frankly, right? People say it constantly. This is just an app. No, it's an app, obviously, but it's not just an app. A feed is not a shelf where things happen to sit next to each other. Somebody, or more accurately, a system, decides what gets placed directly in front of you. And what?
Yeah, and it
Mhm.
Yeah, it learns fast. You pause on something for a second too long. You watch a video twice. You read the comments. You click because you're angry. You click because you're sad. You click because somebody looks like the version of you that you wish you were. The system does not know your heart, but it knows what makes your thumb stop moving.
It's pretty incredible how it knows that and how they figured out what makes us stop at certain things. And
Well,
they figured out it was outrage, right?
right. Well, and I'll tell you, my daughter Alex and I are coming to Vegas a week from today. A week
Whew.
from right now, my daughter and I will be in Vegas. AC and I and Alex will be hanging out. It's going to
Probably right
be
here.
a blast. However, my whole feed, when I look through social media, is ads about things I should do in Vegas because that's what I've been looking up. Um, the there was the other night Dave and I were just talking about something, you know what I mean, and shit we were talking. He bought new shorts on Amazon, and had been talking about it, and randomly he got, because he got cargo shorts and whatever, old man shorts, whatever.
Fanny pack
Yeah, well, no, just the cargo shorts, because they have a lot of pockets and things that that he wants.
for activities.
And he got an email or something that popped up on his phone that said, "Why cargo shorts aren't a thing in 2026? Don't buy them." And it's insane that that should happen. So
Yeah, yeah,
you're right; it's not just an app.
it's true. And that's the entire game, though. Like, so their game is not is exactly that. So people picture an algorithm like a giant evil robot sitting like in a dark room, how to destroy a person's afternoon. No, it's really like how it works. Is like it's so much colder than that. It's so much more calculated. It asks one question over and over again: what will keep this person here? Right? Like us,
Right.
we're trapped inside of go. We're trapped in here into the shadow realm.
We
So
are. And a lot of the time, peace is not the answer. Calm does not make people stare. Stability doesn't make people argue for 300 comments. Somebody having a normal day does not usually make people stare at it with, "Oh my God, look at this."
oh my God, look at this. That's right. So exactly. So like that's like outrage completely works. Fear works, envy works, sex works. Ask these people who coming from kick. all of those emotions, right? Angry
Right?
emotions, sex works, humiliation works, drama works, anything that makes you feel something hard enough to keep you watching, and just give it a little bit more weight, and then just a little more, and then a little more, and then suddenly you are wondering why your whole feed is angry, terrifying, sexual, miserable, and hostile, right? So, but what you give it,
Yeah,
it's a mirror. AI is a mirror, and so is social media.
absolutely. Now, because it did not begin as your whole feed, it began as one moment, one bad night, one curious click, one video you hated but watched all the way through.
I
And
hate this.
that's,
You should-
I don't know how many times I'm like, motherfucker, what am I watching?
What about me? Yeah. And then it's funny. 'Cause remember, did I show you that? Yeah, I must have shown it. I've shown it to everybody. I must have given this one video so much algorithm juice because it was like the one who's like, it's like Turkish American Idol, and she's like,
uh,
what are you gonna sing today? She goes, Ken Lee. And he goes, what do you say? Ken Lee? Yeah, Ken Lee, Mariah Carey, Ken Lee. Like, and people were like, can't live.
oh, I don't think you have shown me that. That's amazing. I'm gonna have to watch it now.
I might at the end of this I might have to fucking play it. Can
Bring it up.
Lee doodly woody without you. Can Lee.
I
It's
feel like that's gonna be my next karaoke song.
I'm surprised it Ken Lee. Ken Lee. Um, yeah. So exactly, and that's where people kind of get defensive, you know. Yeah, but I chose to watch it. Yes, you did. Choices exist, but inside the environment of an engineer, like predictability that refines itself and it just presses on your weakest spots, it's not the same as the choice anymore. It's not about free will. It's about what you've done. So
I'm sorry. Yeah, and if somebody puts candy on a table, that's one thing. If somebody studies exactly which candy you reach for when you're lonely, stressed, bored, insecure, or exhausted,
hmm
and keeps placing it in your hand all day, it's another thing entirely. And I'll tell you, I can tell you, there have been. I'm at that time of my life. I've talked about it probably ad nauseum, not only on here with you, but on how was your day, about entering that stage of perimenopause, that time of my life, and insomnia is a real thing. And I'll tell you, the videos and things I get at 1 a.m. when I can't fucking sleep, as opposed to in the morning when I'm getting ready for work, are completely different.
totally different. Yeah.
But they know what I want to see at 1 a.m. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're a little bit more depraved. We're a little bit more open, more vulnerable,
Yeah.
um, more in tune with our bodies. So,
Hmm.
um, yeah, so that's the actual difference. Sam called it. So the feed is not neutral because it's not simply showing you the world. It's showing you the version of the world you most likely want to hold on to the longest. And that's really what the algorithm is in a nutshell. So let's have a discussion about that. We have a couple
All
different
right.
segments, and one of them is called discussion. So the attention economy and vulnerability. Okay, so we know us here in social media world here, and also more specifically, go live streamers, attention is money, right? And that's obviously all of these bells and whistles. Um, that that's part of. It's not a conspiracy. It's the business model, right? It's the business model, and its time on the app means more than ads. More ads are seen, right? And then more data is collected, more things are sold, more people trying to buy coins or rubies. Creators getting paid because they saw somebody else get rewarded by a bigger, louder, prettier machine. It's more exposed. It's more extreme. It just keeps going and going, right? It perpetuates itself.
Right. And children are walking into that system before they even have the words for what it is doing to them. Um, they're building their identity. They are still learning whether being noticed means being valued. They're still learning whether looking a certain way means being safe, desirable, successful, or worthy to love.
It's true, and that last sentence is kind of chilling. Like worthy to love.
I know.
Something is telling you, don't choked up. Worthy to love. So then they open a feed, right? And then like they can't just hand them tens of thousands of comparisons before breakfast, right? So
Hmm.
here's who's prettier than you, right? And then here's who has more money, right? And then here's who has more of desirability than you do, right? And then here's somebody who's happier, and then here's a fight that will make you like less of something or more angry. Here's somebody that'll tell you like your parents don't understand you. Here's an adult stranger who's very interested in how mature you seem. Like there's always an angle, right? And it's mortifying. It's kind of that last sentence that you said was crazy.
Yeah, and it's not all that. It's not all of that is obvious. It's that is important. Um, Sometimes it looks like advice. Sometimes it looks like beauty content.
Hmm.
Sometimes it looks like mental health language. I'll tell you, I see a ton of that on my feed when I'm going through social media and looking through TikTok and Reels and things. Sometimes it looks like a community. Like, I feel like what you feel like. It also sometimes looks like somebody saying, "I finally found people like me,"
Right.
and something that is, and sometimes that is genuinely what it is.
Sorry, I had to turn my AC off. Thank you.
Oh, you're fine.
I feel like there's another thing on. Is there? Sorry. So, yeah, uh, absolutely. And we have to be precise here because the internet has saved people from isolation, obviously. We're living testament of that. And
Yeah.
as you get right, where the way we met and
I
here.
mean, we found our friendship and found each other through social audio
Yeah.
in a time where the world had shut down. I mean, we all went on to these types of things, even just like Go Live streamers here, um, in the throes of COVID. You and I, AC, that's how we met. So,
Yeah,
uh,
hey, Doctor Driving, what's up? Um,
yes, hello.
yeah, totally. We met during a time that was very unique in history, and we
Hmm.
are narcissists and extroverts that are just like caged up animals, right? And we just needed to to find others like us, like that's what humans
Hmm.
do, right? And we bonded, and a lot of people fell to the wayside. There was a lot of mental instability on that app as well, like there is everywhere.
Right.
And but the people who were, I guess, the most well-adjusted,
Hmm.
and Dave and her husband Melanie. So
I mean, I don't know if my husband's well adjusted, but yes.
he's perfect for here. This is the exact place he has
Oh,
to
I
be.
know. This is
This is it.
this is going to be
This
his.
is it. His shit. This is the last place he goes. Like this is he's done. So
I'm
yeah,
going to lose him to this app, I'm sure.
and no better people, honestly.
Right.
So I guess are we doing
The
so
internet saved people from isolation, kind of just go back to that.
they did, yeah, that's right. They did, and it let people find art and community and language and what they like kind of what they were going through. We're all not arguing that connection is the problem anymore. We're asking who's in charge of the road, and that takes them there, and then why? And because the road is built around keeping them emotionally activated, and then even good things can become part of a bad machine, and that's the issue, right? And
Right.
that brings us to another segment that we have called Psychology Corner.
Psychology corner, because that's what I'm going to do from now on.
I swear to God, I'm gonna make a.
I don't have my road right now. I'm at the campground, so uh,
It's like
psychology
a
corner.
little
I feel
50
like it's right.
if you want a psychology corner. Okay. So,
So
yeah.
uh, going into psychology corner, I mean it, and that it's especially dangerous when someone is vulnerable. If a kid is struggling with food, their body, depression, loneliness, self harm, sexuality, family conflict, whatever it is, they don't need a machine feeding them more of the wound because the wound keeps their attention. They need a person. They need, actual connection rather than the algorithm telling them what they need to see. And because the algorithm knows what they're feeling and they're going to feed them that. I don't know. It's just crazy.
It might be too crazy, you know.
Right.
So let's ask a room something like specific, right?
Okay.
And then really there it is. You can say like before that like hey, I see where this is taking you. We need to stop. You know,
Hmm.
it's like a feed doesn't say that. You know, like if a person's kind of gaslighting you, they can be like, I don't like the way this is going. But a feed is just it's like a waterfall of information that continues to go forever until you're hooked to shit. And it's, you know, it gave you a little bit of attention once, and it like kind of took permission and it kind of moved in. But I mean, put a one in the chat if you have seen that happen right now. Like put a W at first, whatever, just something in the chat. If you have actually seen that like go downhill for somebody like on a social media like bender, you know what I'm saying? For me, it was Facebook, right? I don't know if it was for you,
Right.
right? For me, it was fucking Facebook. It was so bad because it was like the most innovative thing I've ever seen. Until
Right.
mom comes in, and your aunt, you gotta go. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I mean, here's the deal with Facebook. I mean, we're the age group that, I mean, we were a little past college when it started. I mean, I had two kids at the time.
Yeah,
However, and going forward, I feel like, I mean, for my kids, it's Snapchat,
right,
it's
right.
Instagram, it's more so Snapchat though. It's TikTok now, where they're it's something that everybody does, and it feels like a community. Yet, I don't know. Uh, I don't know how great it is for them.
TikTok is TikTok was bought by Larry Ellison, which is now owned by
Yes.
um, CBS, right? So CBS owns TikTok.
Yeah.
Weird, right? So
It's
my mom's on it, my aunt's on it. Like people are on it. People are,
right.
people I don't exactly want for them to hear audio synthetic. Maybe I don't want them to,
Right.
on a Tuesday afternoon. Like, what is this guy doing? They will never understand that I'm fine, right? It's like,
Hmm.
so I don't want to be there. And just like Facebook, it just feels like archaic, and I just want to almost go smaller and go here, or go bigger but smaller. Um,
Right.
but so
Do you
sometimes
want to ask the room?
I can ask the room. Yeah. So yeah, I did ask him that. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. Did I? Yeah.
No, I don't think you went there yet.
Right. Okay, fine. Let's ask the room then. So let's ask a room something specific. Let's see if you guys are really paying attention. If anybody's in here, have you ever looked at your own feed and thought, "Why am I seeing so much of this?" I think we already talked about it. Not because you
Hmm.
searched for it, not because you asked for it directly, because you wanted something, because you're like, I baby food, whatever. It's because you gave a little bit of attention to it one time, and then it took as much of that permission to move in, right? And then like, have you seen that? Like, has it like taken over your whole feed? Just like when you gave it a little, like, I don't know, you're like, I don't know, pirate shoes, and then like now it's fucking pirate shoes everywhere. Let us know
Well,
if you've seen that.
yeah. Let us know in the comments. Put a one in the chat if you've ever seen that happen. But I mean, and while they're taking time to answer that question, this is where I want to be careful with parents, because the response is usually, well, why were the parents not paying attention? Sometimes they weren't, but sometimes they're working, sometimes they're overwhelmed, sometimes they did not grow up with this. They think it's not something that's on their radar.
Right.
um, Sometimes every other child in the school has the same app, and sometimes the phone is also how their kids talk to friends, do homework, and listen to music, and feel included. Um, I have to say, when my kids, especially Sabrina, my oldest daughter, is 5 years older than my youngest daughter, Alex, who's 21. And smartphones were a thing, but you could still get dumb phones, like the flip one, where
Dumb phone.
the sidekick or whatever. I remember her getting that, and yeah, she could get on there and text, but she couldn't get on and do things like Facebook and whatever. Back then, she had the iPod, where you could get on to the internet and whatever, and look up things, but it wasn't a phone or whatever. But Alex, she came up in the time where, and again, they're only 5 years apart, but that 5 years was a whole lot of difference. And one thing I did when she got a phone, she couldn't have Snapchat right away. She couldn't do all the things. And I would monitor that, but I couldn't do it all the time,
No, of
as
course not. Well,
and
now they have it on the phone. You can actually do like the parent. You can share what kind of apps they download.
right. Yeah, and I would always make sure that I was trying to monitor. However, you can't get it all, and luckily Alex was honest to a fault, and when things kind of wonky happened or some creep, would try to message her or whatever,
Yep.
but I couldn't police what she was seeing when she was flipping through TikTok. That's not something. I mean, I could look at her feed, but I don't know what the algorithm's going to send to her based on what I
That's
don't know.
that's true. Yeah, you're right. A friend of mine, no, I'll remain nameless. His young daughter through Roblox. Through Roblox.
Oh, Roblox is a fucking
What a
motherfucker.
nightmare.
Eh,
Yeah, it's a motherfucker.
Can I cuss on the Go live
Oh
streamers?
yeah.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
it's not like TikTok where I have to fucking watch my language. Okay, good. Roblox is a motherfucker. My godson, he's 9, and my best friend has to monitor. Has to make sure he's only in places where his friends are, and it's not randos coming in,
Right.
because there's times that she's caught it where he's been in a place where a rando will come in, and he has to, like, I don't know
Mhm.
a whole lot about Roblox, but I do know that it's something for especially littles because it's designed for kids.
Yeah,
Yet,
but
you know,
there's no like
fucking
safe guard
there's
against.
no safeguard again, and so you have to make sure you're hyper aware.
Right.
So
Good point. And that brings me to, you know, sometimes the parent is on the same feed, getting pulled apart by a different version of the exact same machine, right? So no,
hmm
this is like not parent blaming, we're not kid blaming. This is like it's about admitting that the whole family is trying to compete with a system designed to pretty much have a full time job keeping humans entertained and keeping humans glued to this thing. And again, I'm not disparaging any of this because obviously I'd be hypocritical to tell you that we're not on these platforms, right? So clearly it's not about that. It's more of a macro look at this. So that's not an excuse to give up, or it's a reason to stop pretending that the answer is like is just put the phone down. You can't do that. The answer is not doesn't lie there anymore. Hey, Canna, what's up? Thanks for coming.
hello.
Yeah,
Yeah, and because just put it down can be true, and still be useless. Like telling somebody standing in a flood, try to stay dry,
try to stay
right?
dry. There's gonna be some weather.
There's gonna be some moisture. Yeah,
It's gonna be like telling like, hey, ladies, Audio Synthetic is playing live. Let's let's keep the moisture to a minimum.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
it's not, what are you
Exactly.
gonna do there? What are you gonna do there? So the feed's not neutral, right? So we mean that it has incentives, it has patterns, it has behaviors, it rewards and holds attention, and it does not need to hate you to teach you something completely destructive.
Yeah. So next, we need to talk about what happens when childhood itself becomes content. Not just what kids are watching, but what they are being taught to perform.
Right, right. And this is where like this gets heavy now, right? So this is heavier
Yeah.
because when we talk about kids online, people tend to picture one thing: children watching things that they shouldn't watch, right? And I feel like I have to repeat myself whenever that glitches like that. People tend to picture one thing: children watching things that they should not be watching, right? But there's another side to this. There's children are not only the audience now; they're also the content, which is check that out for a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
Hold on. I apologize.
it's okay. They're learning.
Whatever. It duplicated our first bits
Oh, it
for
did.
me
Yeah,
on
yeah.
here.
So keep
Where
going.
do
Just
I need to go?
go down where it says block three, childhood is content.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Hold on.
Yellow.
I thought I was there. I apologize. Okay. uh, so, and they're learning very early that being seen can become a job or a score or proof that you matter. How you look, what you wear, how grown you seem, how much yourself you reveal, how you can provoke people, how many strangers react,
Hmm.
and or how many strangers react, and that is a hell of a curriculum to hand to somebody before they even know who they are.
So
I
it's
mean, I rem I remember Alex, my youngest,
yeah,
who's 21 now. She's a whole ass adult.
full that's adult.
But I remember uh, her wanting to be, I mean, her goal was to be a content creator. I mean, that
Sure.
was that was the life goal for that. And she saw folks online. I mean, I have videos of her when she was little, trying to do her own content, doing, like the blind bag reveals, and remember back then all of
Yep.
that shit. Uh, that was what she was gonna do. So,
Just like being a police officer,
right.
kind of fizzled out. So just a little bit. So especially because these children, like being a child is already awkward, you know, and you're trying to figure out your body, your friends, what kind of person you are, if you have a brain, if you can think, what is life, whether people like you, is there a camera in your hand, a filter that changes your face, a feed full of people who appear to have already like won at being a human being. These people are like winners, and you're trying to compete with this, and it just looks like that. It's not real.
No, and it's not just and it does not present itself as pressure. It presents itself as fun. Do this trend, use this sound, show the fit, post the glow up, rate yourself, tell
Totally.
us what happened. The glow up. I mean, that's a fun one. Uh, go live. I mean, just like what we're doing right now. Go live and slowly the question changes from what do I feel to what will they react to.
Hmm.
So
It's
it's,
true.
how do I get more likes?
Right, and then where's your line? Right, so
Right.
every what's up, Phosis? Hello,
Hello.
welcome. So yeah, and that again, we talk about the line every week, right? The line. Where's the line?
Hmm.
Right? Should a kid be allowed to explore who they are without every version of that exploration becoming public property? Because that would be good. If like some of that was
Yeah.
behind closed doors, right? Without strangers archiving it. How many strangers are archiving these kids online? That's one of the scariest
It's
things, right? Like they put themselves out there. Like TikTok was a big proponent, like a big culprit of this, and then they just remember how TikTok used to be, like tits and ass everywhere, and
yeah.
yeah, it was like, where you? It's like, well, I'm gonna fucking masturbate now. Let's go to TikTok. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be that. But
Right.
this new sanitized version is just way on the other side now. Strangers would archive. You see like the saves on some of these like younger girls, and
It's
you're like, oh my god, I can't believe.
sick.
And it's like
We
six
I,
thousand.
and we've done stories about, like the dancer, like the TikTok dancers, and how that's kind of been they've been brought into like cults and all sorts of things. I mean,
Bullshit.
and it's crazy.
It is. It is. So let's be precise again, though. So a child posting a dance video is not like automatically a danger, right? We're not saying that. A teenager doing a makeup tutorial is not automatically being exploited, but a parent posting a family moment is not automatically a bad parent either because you're just living your life online, right? But we are not here to turn like everybody's phone's not a crime scene. Like you don't have pictures of exploitative children just because you're taking pictures of your family, right?
Right. But we also need to ask what is being rewarded here, because the more adult, the more sexualized, the more dramatic, the more vulnerable, the more exposed something becomes, the more likely it is to pull attention. And children can feel that reward before they even understand the cost.
And the cost is steep because
It is.
you're right. A kid does not know, like the kid doesn't need to know a boardroom full of executives telling them like be more proactive or like feedback loop does it. The post gets 50 views, another 500. Whatever the stipulations are. A more revealing post gets 5,000. Suddenly, the lesson is taught without anyone saying a word. Like they're getting the information already. They're sponges. Yeah, totally, Kenna. They're little sponges, and
Yes.
this is a very complicated thing that's being taught to them. But how advanced are the kids now? So they understand things about even us. I feel like a boomer next to my 14-year-old because
Oh, I do.
I
Yeah.
work with I work with AI, and like I'm like, you are born of this. I had a beeper.
I mean, yeah, we didn't have to deal with this. I mean, we were able to figure out ourselves without having it posted online and, for people to see. I mean, granted, plenty of, nefarious things could come into play back when we were young, but I feel so old compared to these kids coming up with all of this technology.
It's pretty crazy. So let's have a discussion, right?
Okay.
We're gonna go over the on-screen receipt. I'll bring that up later. So we'll do this the discussion. So boundary testing and privacy. We'll talk about now. But you're
Okay.
totally right, Kenna. They're little sponges, and they are so much smarter every day. Spend some time with a kid. I'm sure you guys have kids. I don't, but it's crazy for me. Like, right? But spend some time with a kid. A couple days, and it's like, wow, you're smarter than you were. Yeah, like a lot smarter,
Right.
like a cocker spaniel. So
Let me show you how to work your phone,
yeah,
old person.
exactly, boomer. So and the people responding are not all peers. Yup. So that's what we have to talk about for real. So now we're gonna tell you because like these people are not just you imagine like thousands and thousands of children saying I like your dress to your
Hmm.
daughter, right? But some are adults, some are strangers, some are people who know exactly how to look harmless without just like they're just testing boundaries, right? That phrase matters. Testing a boundary. A predator or predatory behavior does not always arrive looking like danger, right? It's the wolf in sheep's clothing, right? And then
Absolutely.
it arrives like an approval, right? You are mature for your age. Your parents do not get you. You can tell me anything. Do not show anybody your messages. You are different than the other kids. Those are not compliments that are coming from a fucking adults. You know what I'm saying? Like this is an adult trying to get private access to a child. Oh, am I frozen?
No, you're good.
Okay,
Oh, you are.
I'm frozen on my end. Okay,
You are. You're good.
so as long as you heard me, right? So these are
Yeah.
adults trying to get private, exclusive access to a child. Those are the questions. If you ever wanted to know.
Right. And kids are especially vulnerable to that because they're supposed to want independence. They're supposed to want privacy. They're supposed to want to feel more grown than they are. That's normal. Uh, the danger is when someone uses those normal developmental needs as a door key.
Now
Like,
you're using it now.
and Canna, you're right. Grooming happens. Imprinting fear. Yeah, grooming happens more often than we like.
And these platforms can make it feel like even more casual. So like a DM, a private chat, a live stream, a fan community, a gaming group, a comment, just hey, message me. You know, no dark alley, no like oblivious like a sign saying like grapes. No
Hmm.
obvious warning, like no, it's just a screen, a username, somebody with a bunch of letters and a number, and pretending there's like no boundary is insane. Spider Man,
Right.
what's going on? Good to see you. Welcome, Mr. Zebra. How are
Hello.
you?
And I'll tell you, back in the day when AOL started, back in the when the internet was in its infancy, well, for the general public,
Yeah.
I mean, how many times I
Nope.
know I used to go into chat rooms, and how many times was I asked name, age, name, sex, location, whatever. Uh, my parents fucking didn't know then; they had no clue, and one would think you would feel that way going forward, but and it is why, which is why the phrase "I would never let my child talk to a stranger" isn't enough,
Right.
because this stranger doesn't often doesn't not introduce themselves as one.
Right.
They may look like a friend, a creator, another kid, a mentor, uh, someone who just understands. Hey, kiddo, I know what you're doing.
I
I
get it.
know how. I get it.
I was on POF at 14. Oh my God, Kenna. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Oof. So okay, that shook me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. And to be
Yeah,
clear, there are real communities online, right? So there's good creators like us, right? There are people giving kids language that no one else could explain. That is real, and we're not denying it. But safe communities don't require secrecy from people responsible for safety. So like you see that right away. There's a huge contrast, right? You have to paint that distinction immediately.
exactly. Privacy is healthy. Secrecy isolates a child from help that from help is different.
Like a
That I'm sorry, I spoke that completely backwards. But secrecy isolates a child. That isolates children is different.
it is, and it's like a cult, right? You don't talk
Yeah,
about this. Don't. That's a suppressive person.
I
Get them
mean,
out of your life.
to be fair, a lot of the cults and this kind of intertwine.
Yeah, totally, totally does. And okay, I guess it's time to ask the room, right? Performance and pain.
Yeah.
So let's have another discussion. So let's ask the room this as well. So guys, everyone knew Canna, Mr. Zebra. When you were growing up, did being cool require like what are, like what was the requirement for that? Like what did you have to do to be cool? Was it clothes? Was it music? Was it who you knew? Being tough, being pretty, being funny? Okay. Now imagine that standard that we did back in the, whatever you guys say. Okay. Following you home in your room, into your pillow, into the first 10 minutes when you wake up, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're going to sleep, when you're at school, and all the other kids are dealing with the same thing at the same time, right?
I mean,
All that
I
is
can tell you, yeah, being cool back in the day was not being a nerd, right? At least for I don't know.
yeah. Do we?
Back when I got made fun of incessantly for having glasses, having braces, having a bad perm back in the day.
Drinking,
Um,
doing cocaine.
Drinking was being cool. I remember, doing that in high school, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's completely different. I mean, but it was just your little group of your little sphere back then, right? Um,
going into strangers' vehicles to go hang with friends, to smoke a blunt with crack in it.
I mean, I didn't start smoking pot until I was like 18. So, but I was a little goody goody back then. But it's not really only about it's not only about beauty or sexuality. It's also the pressure to make pain perform. A bad day is no longer just a bad day. It can become a post. A breakup becomes content. Uh, a family fight becomes content. A mental health crisis becomes content.
I agree.
Uh, Being humiliated becomes content. Sometimes people share just because they need the support, and that's actually human. I mean, we all want somebody to go, you know what, you're not the only one. But when the machine rewards public suffering with attention, it gets very hard to tell where the support ends and the exploitation begins.
You're very right. Um, Starfire just messaged me a question, and it's funny that she's not here. She would love this.
Yeah,
If anybody can get in touch with Starfire, send her a message. Tell her to get over here. She said, okay, so Candace says, people with disabilities become content. It's true. And
it's true.
yeah, and and we've done it. And I'm completely fucking.
Who's coming with me is a fucking
It's a segment,
shining star on that. I mean,
segment in her podcast with her husband that
yeah,
basically
we take, yeah,
it's
it's dumb.
it's wonderful. No, it's glorious. You can have two thoughts in your head. It can be funny as shit because you're not inherently like you're not. We're not laughing at the actual impediment. We're laughing at the situation that we're in.
Well, and in respect to that, in the way Dave, my husband, says it, is if it's going to be put up there by the person who's in it,
Right.
then they want it to be seen and for people to react. I'm not sure where I lie in that. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely fucking uh, laugh at whatever content it is.
Don't make me
Um,
don't make me bring up the video.
I know. Uh, Also, Exocana says, I've seen people who were in active addiction become conscious. Well, it's hard to fucking turn away from, especially in that
Oh, kick.
respect. What is it? What is the web series? Is it something like White Underbelly or something like that, where they
Yeah, yeah.
take people off like on Skid Row in LA and
The soft underbelly.
interview them? Soft underbelly, that's it, not white. You heard what I meant though. But honestly, some of that I have been completely compelled to watch that.
Yeah,
Um, for me, I feel I don't know, compassion and and whatever, but not everybody watches it for that reason. There's a lot of nefarious reasons to watch things like that.
for sure.
You know,
Yeah,
they
and
make you
I'll,
feel better about yourself or whatever it may be. Sorry, I went off on a
no,
tangent.
it's true. It's absolutely true. I try to catch you on do something cool and catch you on like the last part. The platform that we're on, or any platform that you're on, doesn't need to understand the difference if both versions keep people watching, right? They're going to show you two versions of it. It could be expletive, it could be heavy on the selling, it could be obfuscating, what it's really offering, right? But it doesn't care. It doesn't matter, right? Things before a pusher, like a flasher, would be like, "Hey, kid, look at this," or like, "Hey, you want some drugs?"
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe he can be swayed because he's a human being. But this is a cold machine that doesn't give a fuck who you are or who the kid is. So
Right.
to understand that difference, both versions keep people watching. So the coldest part of all this is like a teenager's watching something raw at 2 a.m., right? And 10,000 people see it, and then some offer kindness, some mock it, some project onto it, some turn it into a debate. But the system sees one thing: engagement. No matter how it was perceived, this really raw, you know, piece of footage, it's all perceived in the same way. It's engagement.
Right. And a person in pain becomes a traffic source,
Yep. It's
regardless of age.
it's
It,
like that's such a harsh,
you know,
like a traffic source. Somebody in
yeah.
active pain, you know.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, and then the other side of it is like parents get hit with the impossible advice, right? Watch everything, know every app, read every message, right? And never
Hmm.
invade their privacy, but also be completely, into what they're doing and never get caught and keep them safe and all at once, and then make them not hate you, right? All at once.
Right. And there's really no perfect parent move here. That needs to be said. But pretending harmless because always had friends and privacy. Well, that's not honest either. Kids have always wanted a bedroom door. They've not always had a direct line to an unlimited audience, an adult stranger, a beauty standard, a bully, pornographic culture, and a business model designed to keep them online.
Exactly. And it's crazy that the kid closes the door and he can be more, in front of thousands and thousands of people than you can possibly imagine. And it just
Right.
happened. There was no like, hey, this is coming. It was just like, here's the internet, and figure it out. So of course there's going to be fallout, right? So let's see. So let's do this part. So this is a reality check. So so it's an environment of daily reality for the vast majority of households, right? So the Pew Research Center report on teens and social media and technology underscores the scale of the structural challenge, showing that platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and are universally woven into the daily life that we have, right? It's my YouTube is something that's on always. I need to have
Hmm.
YouTube Premium. It's the best thing that ever happened to me. Oh, did we lose her? Okay, no worries.
No,
I don't know. I'm gonna come get you.
I
So
don't
we're gonna go here, battles, and then we're gonna find Sam I am, green eggs and ham, down with the program.
know.
She feels. Privacy is
Okay.
fine, but security and safety
How do I
trumps
do
privacy.
this?
You accept it?
I don't know where it is.
Oh, it must show up on your screen. Privacy is fine,
Hold on.
but security and safety trumps privacy. You're right. Absolutely, every time. I'd rather be safe than.
It hasn't showed up on my do it on.
No worries. I'll send it again. If you're still there. Yeah, there you are. Add. Battle request sent successfully.
Here we go.
There we are.
Okay. It's
So,
on
yeah,
auto. I don't know why it did that.
probably because I did it 1,000 times in a row. So, yeah, you're right. Privacy trumps it every time. Like, safety trumps privacy. I'd rather be humiliated and alive than dead and
Hmm.
unknown. So, um, the APA, a health advisory on social media, used the adolescence notes that platforms interact directly with adolescent neurological vulnerabilities, making simple oversight super difficult because how are you going to do that? Ultimately, as the U.S. Surgeon General explicitly concludes, we still cannot declare that social media isn't sufficiently safe for children and adolescents. It's not. In fact, we're seeing a lot of states bring it back, right? So they're not allowing certain things at certain times. And so, like, that's the difference. It's just like these kids are not kids these days, right? This is a new environment, like with old vulnerability. So they need to belong, like much more than they ever had before. They need to be desired so young, the fear of being left out because everybody else is doing it, and then the fear of being ugly or being like ordinary, or the fear of being unseen, or none of that's new, but like it didn't have to happen all at once, and it didn't have to happen online in front of everyone. And what's new about this is the machine's ability to find the fear and then serve it back to the kid in high def. It's like 4K fears in your face at all times, and that's
Yeah.
yeah.
And
So now,
actually, and make it look normal because everyone else is doing it. So,
oh
I
yeah,
mean, not only do you have this, but now it's normalized because you all through your feed.
there's no question. Canna says now that they have more access, Wi-Fi at home, at school, library, public access everywhere. So yeah, you can't even once
Yeah,
they leave your network, now you can't even follow what they're doing. You know, and there's so
truth.
many tablet kids. Yeah. All right. So did you mute my mic?
Huh?
You mute?
I don't
Okay.
think I did.
I just okay. My over and
Did
reset.
you mute your mic?
Maybe.
Brings us to a
Yeah,
question.
it does bring the question so it gets uncomfortable here really quickly. So when does self-expression stop being self-expression and start becoming a product? So not only for kids but for everybody. At what point is self-expression going overboard and now you're showing yourself off to the world at whatever age? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and because children are learning from adults who have already learned that the internet pays for access to your face, your home, your relationship, your body, your conflict, you break down. Uh, sorry, your breakdown, your child.
It's true. And then, and that's where like we have to move here next now. So because creators are not automatically villains. Obviously, we're creators, right? We're all creators, and we're not. I'm not calling us villains, right? And most of us are trying to make something good, build something or survive something. But the economy around the content doesn't reward escalation, right? And eventually, somebody has to ask, what are we teaching people to sell, and who is paying the price for watching? Not us. Imagine other things, right? We talk about the worst we do is weed and what we did in the '90s, and like one time I got
Mm-hmm.
so high, I blah blah blah, right? And then like, okay, it's cool. Everybody's like, right. I caught a fish this big one time, but it's not. It wasn't as intense as the children were experiencing. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. And
Right.
eventually, like I said, somebody has to ask, like, what are we teaching? What are we selling? And what are we teaching? What culture are we leaving behind? So, and now we have to put ourselves in another conversation as well, right? So we live on a platform right now, pretty much. We make a show. We want people to find it. We want the room to
Mm-hmm.
grow. This is not us standing outside the system. This is a clipboard pretending we're above it. We're like we're in it, right?
Right. No, and if you create anything online, music, videos, comedy, a podcast, makeup, fitness, content, whatever, you're dealing with the same without turning myself into Words are hard
Easy to consume, right?
tonight. I apologize.
Right. Words are hard. The deeper in the woods you go, the harder they are.
Agreed.
Fucking yeah. Like I'm in Waterloo. I don't talk that good no more. So
I'm sorry.
so, so it's harder than people admit, right? So it's being a creator, for example, it doesn't make someone manipulative just because we want to create something and then we want people to see our way, right? And I've always been
Right.
feeling some type of way of doing this and then also monetizing it, right? Because you feel like you are
Hmm.
persuading, right? Unless it's something that you believe in inherently, right? And then so most people are just trying to make, you know, find an audience, pay some bills, like get cash out your rubies or whatever, build a life, feel less invisible. But the economy, like around the content, it has a preference, right? So it rewards whatever makes people stop. So we have to really be worried about what kind of content we're making because all of it has a reason behind it, and it might not be the reason you align with.
Absolutely. And sometimes your best work gets ignored. Then something more personal gets attention. Then something more dramatic gets attention. Then something more exposed gets that attention as well.
Shit, your face, I mean, a lesson starts forming. Oh, they don't want the thing I made. They want access to me. Is that what I'm saying? Like I don't know about
Right.
this live stream. It doesn't matter what you do on it. It's just that you're on it.
Right. And I mean, I can even, based on that, how many podcasts do you watch where, I like to watch I think every fucking comedian out there now has a podcast. My favorites are
Yep.
like Kreischer and Sura and Pajitsky. However, I feel like I know them now. I feel like it is access to them, you know?
Jordan Jensen. Jordan Jensen.
Yes.
She's awesome. She's awesome. I can't get enough of Jordan Jensen right now. Every
Right.
episode of Jordan on YouTube. She's great.
But I mean, it's your face, your body, your relationship, your argument, your home, your child. Your worst day is what's getting that, with the access that they want.
Yep. And it's like this is like where the line starts moving, right? So at first you share because you want connection. Then you notice what works, and then you feel pressure to repeat it. It's the age-old thing of content, right? Like, shit. Now you're playing to the audience, right? You're not really
Hmm.
your values. Now you're like, all right, I'll do whatever you want, guys. And now you're dancing for nickels, right? That's crazy. And you're asking like, um, which version should I withhold of myself? How do I navigate this to extract the most out of the crowd? And that's the wrong way to do it, I think.
Right, and it's a brutal question, because some people genuinely choose to be open. Some people are naturally personal. Some people build community by showing their real life. That is not automatically wrong.
No, I don't think you're wrong, but the issue's not honesty. Honestly, it's the issue's like when the platform makes intimacy feel like rent, when it quietly teaches you that privacy is bad for business. So you kind of don't ever want to be offline. And I know this is hitting home
Right.
right now. Right,
I
it's hitting
mean, it hits home for us, especially. I mean, I'll tell you, well, five to Dave because I do a podcast with a married couple, that and I was like, hey, I'd like to try this. I like to invite people into our home, um,
five,
just because, huh? 5 years ago, yeah,
five, 5 years ago.
yeah.
Was it 5 years ago?
It was 2021,
Wow,
early 2021.
wow.
Um, yeah, I had been listening to your mom's house podcast, and I thought we could do this. We're similar to them, and I'd like people. He and I have great conversations, and I wanted to have them with a lot of people, and I don't know why, because I am very much an introvert and shy, and even though it doesn't show on these things, but and my husband went, really, that's not you. And then he figured out, and we found stereo back in the day,
Yep.
And that's how we got our start. And we've been doing it for 5 years now. And don't get me wrong, I've multiple people that I call family, like you're rock steady, and plenty of people in my life. However, I don't know
Only
at what cost
only a few
sometimes.
months hung on. I mean, a piece of my soul, right?
Right,
Just a touch, right? Like a sliver of my soul.
right.
So, um, so the right. So I guess were you? So the machine doesn't not say like destroy your boundaries. It says here's what happened to your reach when you had them, right? So this is when you had a boundary, you just couldn't
Hmm.
reach the people that you want to reach. But we know in your heart of hearts that you want more of that. And to do that, you're gonna have to bend. You have to bend yourself a little bit, your morals a little bit more, a little bit more. You know.
Yeah. I mean, and as creators, people try people see a big following and assume is rented. And a firm changes a rule, the trend shifts, an audience gets bored, and suddenly who use you?
Yeah, it means that creators are not only feeding the machine, a lot of them are being fed into it. So it's like a wood chipper. That doesn't, it doesn't erase responsibility, but it does explain why, like, not a simple good creator, bad creator conversation can exist because it's like everyone's getting it fed to the wood chipper, and the conversation's hard.
And yeah, I mean, we separate intent from may not mean to create an unhealthy relationship with audience. But if the relationship depends on making people feel entitled to their private life, their emotional pain, or their constant availability, uh, that is still worth questioning.
It is because like so now you're completely tied, like your livelihood, your rent, your mortgage, whatever, your kids, like food on the table is reliant on you cracking that algorithm and staying cracked in it. So how is
Hmm.
that going to change you, right? Especially when the audience is young, right? Because a kid can look at a creator and learn very warped versions of adulthood, right? Your value is how watchable you are. Your body is your marketing tool. Your relationships are content. Your breakdown is a comeback story. Privacy means you're hiding something. Strangers approve of you. You must be doing okay. You're great. What's up, loud? What's going on? Welcome. You must be doing okay.
Yes,
It's all a facade. What we don't think about is that this is all a theater.
it is. So let's discuss family content and consent. So that is before we even talk about the family content. There's a difference between sharing a family moment and building a business around a child
Right.
who cannot fully understand what they are agreeing to. A baby can't consent to an audience. A child cannot understand what it means for strangers to know their routine, their fears, their embarrassing moments, their medical details, or the inside of their bedroom. I mean,
Right. Mm.
as parents, I think sometimes it starts as let me show this cute thing that my kid, and then it becomes content for others to see. So
It does, and so I think the internet does not forget just because a parent later does. So a parent can be like, I don't remember anything. Yeah, hi, loud. How you doing, man? Sorry, we were in the middle of
hello.
doing this, but it's nice to see you. We're talking about what happens when the algorithm raises some kids, right? And if
Yes.
kids are really exposed to the algorithm a whole lot, so we're saying that um, the internet doesn't forget just because a parent later does a cute moment today, like a picture online, can become a searchable identity tomorrow. So it's not paranoia; it's literally permanence. Like as soon as you put it on the internet, this is going to be there forever. So you really have to be cognizant. And this is coming from a non-parent um, of what you put on the internet for your children, for yourself. I have shit on Facebook where I'm so drunk that I'm like that. I don't really want to be searched like that. You know what I'm saying? Like drunk ass motherfucker. 2014. Um,
Yeah. And again, it's not every parent who posts a picture is exploited. That is lazy. But when a child becomes the reason people tune in subscribe, donate, buy, or stay engaged, we have to ask who is protecting that child's interests.
Right, and the parents. Then this is a big job for the parents right now because now there's people on it. People actually want to see this engaging content. What do you engage them with? Is the question, right? So um, because the child is contributing labor without being able to negotiate a deal, and they may be the only person in the room who can say I want out, right? That's that's a huge piece of this. It's think about it. What else is like that, right? Like what else is
Right,
you have no say in this. You're going to work 7 days a week if we have to, and the mortgage depends on your cuteness. So
right.
on the internet you go.
They become indentured
Except, well, yeah,
servants.
except DAG money. What up? Indenture servitude. Except it's not 7 years.
Right.
Let's talk about audience demands and boundaries from the audience and and these kids, right? So
Hmm.
let's make this uncomfortable for everybody, including us, right? We're going to make you super uncomfortable right now. Where's the line for you? What should a creator never have to give an audience, no matter how well it performs, like no matter how popular it is, the thing that they do. Where's the line? Like, what should they never ever do? So, what is completely off limits to you to put online? Like, let's say it's live stream. What would you
Yeah.
never do on live stream? Put it in the chat if you can, right? Your kids, your body, your grief, your private messages, your mental health crisis, like or your dirty thoughts, your kinks. What is it? Like what should never go? What are you never putting here? And if
And
the answer is none of it,
and really, if go ahead. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Sorry, no, no, please, no, go ahead.
Really, and if your answer is none of it, that's valid too. I mean, some people just are fine with putting everything out there. You don't owe strangers a wound just because they showed up for.
Right.
So, um,
I'm really appreciative of like people when they come watch, especially on YouTube or leave a comment.
oh, absolutely.
It's so hard to do that, right? So your child's
Hmm.
vulnerable moments. Yeah, your child's yeah, absolutely. How are you going to share that? Like, in what context would you share that where you knowing that these fucking people are out there? You know, like you have to always think of that. That's why it was important to talk about this. People have kids everywhere, like even us. Like we're putting everything out
Right,
there. What are we really going to put out there? You know, and that's like the core of it, right? So like an audience can support a creator, but it can also train a creator, right? Every click is a tiny vote on what happens next. Every tell us what really happened. Every hate watch, every demand for a response, every comment asking for someone to expose more of themselves. All these things teach the same thing. Give us more, more. Let me extract more.
right. And for is more art, it's more access.
Yeah, which is why creators need a line before the audience draws it way past it, right? So have you ever done a live stream where you're like, I don't want to do this, but like I'm getting mad gifts. You know what I'm saying? Um, for us, it means like we can show and be honest without really turning somebody's pain into a prop. It just means that disagreement without humiliation. It just means the point matters more than the spectacle. You know,
Yeah, and because if we're going to talk about the system, we have to be willing to practice a different standard inside this room.
for sure. And exactly, Sam. So like creators are not automatically villains, but we're not neutral in it. So just because we are calling it content and the audience is not innocent, just because they are only watching, right? So these are adults we're talking
Hmm.
to, especially on our app, right? But
Right.
and mentally go to other YouTube things that are more open for children, right? Even here, I got a PK request last night and the night before by a child, and I was like, "You're 12, you know?
Right.
What are you
No.
doing? What's up, Raheem?" So like, you know,
uh, yeah. To another side of this machine, the viewer, the person clicking, commenting, sharing, laughing, defending, attacking, and this belongs to them. But I mean, I feel like there's force behind it, and I'm not trying to blame, but
and when
if
kids
there's not a viewer,
monetize,
there's not
yeah.
a content creator, and you know, cycle.
If there isn't a simp, there isn't an OnlyFans, right?
Right,
Like there
right.
has to be that guy going, "I'll pay for for just show me one tit." You know, this is what it is.
So let's think about it this way. the system in practice. So the human connection rhythm optimization is a regular operational reality. In practical settings, creators are explicitly encouraged to leverage data analytics, track
Yeah,
user buying signals, and even construct provocative posts to pierce through the platform crickets and stimulate target markets. This ongoing optimization uh, highlights the narrow tightrope creators must walk between authentic baseline communication and data driven
that's exactly right. Yeah, usually words are good there. Words are real good.
I know,
Yeah, and then
right?
so what do? So as soon as you join a platform, it tells you, like TikTok, like Instagram, like Facebook, it tells you like boost it, give us money,
Hmm.
and we'll toss it out into the to more eyes, more people. Hey, Pokey Pokey, what's up? You have the best name ever. So, they're not only that, they are actually participating in this, and they're like, give us money, and we'll make it worse. Like that's literally what they're saying.
Right.
So, um, so that's where I mean, um,
I'm confused. I feel like we should have more here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, let's what we can do. We're fine.
We want to
We have
take a break.
time. Yeah, take a break, and then we'll share some screen. I'll turn the screen around for these folks, and we'll
Okay.
we'll talk about a couple things that we have on the internet. Okay.
All
So
right. So,
intermission time.
you want to hit the thing, or do you want me to? You pick which intermission you want to do.
Oh, okay. Let's all go to the movies. Let's all go to the movies.
The
So where's
show.
intermission? And buy ourselves a treat. Where is intermission?
I know. I see him over on the side there.
How do you? Oh, you have to add one, huh? So we'll go like this, and
And
we'll
I
go.
think so.
Yeah, fine. So I mean, that's a pretty heavy topic. It- you
Yeah.
know, you can talk about like whenever we talk about kids, it's rough, but at the same
Yeah.
time, it has to be done also because like I think it's almost too taboo. Nobody talks about it, but we have to talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
So image, right? And then this is yeah, it's cool. We'll leave it right there, and we'll be back in about. Oh yeah, that's right. We gotta pick the music. How exciting! How exciting!
Yes.
Where is the music? There it is.
It's on the side.
And then let's do some audio synthesize. Let's do this one.
All right. We'll be
You want me to put some music on?
Do this now, 'cause now is the time to answer in good faith. Best as you can with the most information. More than you've ever faced. The realest you can be. Let's get it on the table. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be fucked up and hard. And we will know if you act fake. Can I ask you a question? Do you wanna wake up and be a part of the world? It wouldn't be out of bounds the way it all went down. There's no right answer, and you're right to be afraid of the meaning. But as long as we're here and breathing, you can let go of the end. You need this now. 'Cause now is the time to break with full vulnerability. Best as you can with the realization. The realest you can be. Let's let go of fables. It's gonna be far. nothing yet. Wait till sleep comes and you are a mess. You escape to me, even your dreams have nothing. Is it drainage of time? Are you bluffing? You gotta let me know if tomorrow is a dream. Is it a nightmare? Do you wanna get up or stay there? I can't breathe for you. Do this now, 'cause now is the time to get answers in good faith. Best as you can with the most information. More than you face, the rawest you can be. Let's get it on the table. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be fucked up and hard.
Ready?
But we will know what's at stake. Don't act fake. Can I ask you a question? Do you wanna wake up and be a part of the world? It wouldn't be out of bounds the way it all went down. There's no right answer, and you're right to be afraid of the meaning. It might disappear, but as long as we're here.
Do this. So,
Yes.
yes, pretty fucking hardcore song there for
It
a
was.
yeah, Jesus. So, yeah. So, I'm going to bring up a couple of examples and turn this around so people can also see on this screen.
Okay.
Yeah, because these folks are important as well. So we're going to do that. We're going to, here it is, flip. It's kind of weird. It's in the red button. If you guys, Sam, I'm more talking to you, right?
Yeah. What do you need?
No, you're good. I was just telling you like that it's a red button to flip your camera around if you ever have to.
Oh, the bottom one.
Yep.
Yes, I see that.
Yep. It's kind of weird in that respect, but it's once you get the hang of it. So
Yep. I'm not seeing a screen at all
yeah,
yet.
yeah, yeah.
So,
And I have to bring it up. Yeah, we gotta get to the
okay.
links. So we'll bring up some links here, and we'll kind of talk about the each visual asset that we have. All right, come on. Mm-mm-mm. Come on, where are my links? Come on. Did you erase them? Of course you would. Yeah, of course. Of course. Of course. Right. So we got it from the old machine here. So whiteboard. So here. Anybody still with us? And go high, go high, go go streamers.
Live.
Well, I use go high level, so I always call them go high level.
Right. No, I getcha.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So
We.
yeah, we got that
Uh,
for sure. So what's up, Canna? We're still around. Cool.
hello.
So yeah, we're gonna bring up some. Yeah. So we're bringing this right here. We're also gonna wait for people to come back from peeing. Clearly.
Right.
Uh,
That's what I'm not gonna lie.
did you pee? How good was
Hmm.
it? Everybody peed? Great.
One of the best.
So yeah, we're gonna do that, and then so it's always a touchy subject. Canna, you feel like your kids are kind of at that age as well, because you're
Yeah.
pretty vocal about it, right? I mean,
Yes.
she's got a 25, 26-year-old and a 21-year-old,
We do.
and so who's more into the internet, Sam? Your older one or your younger one?
My younger daughter, Alex, she's
Mhm.
always been into it. I mean, my oldest, I remember when they were little, they would like, they would tutorials like for like the WAP or and then but my youngest
Right.
would just go on. Like I said, she would do the blind bag openings because like for the what was it, Shopkins back, that was a whole huge fucking genre of internet for kids to get into. I mean, them up onto it, and but we're saying uh, things like that.
Was that scary to you? Like, was it a scary to
why
statement?
need I mean, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a doctor or a, fucking astronaut states.
And then you just now you can just
Thinking
see
about it, I
right.
wanted it's yeah, now you can just turn on your fucking restream and, try to
Yep.
go viral and be a
We're talking
content
to
creator. So,
exactly. So here we have so
do you want to
teens.
share your screen
This
here
is
on YouTube too? On Restream?
yes, sure do. So here we go, YouTube and all the y'alls there. Yeah. Oh,
There we
wait, I
go.
gotta make it bigger.
Oh, that's not
I gotta make
right.
it bigger. Nope, I gotta make it bigger for them, which is gonna make it huge for that. That's fine.
Oh,
So we're gonna go like this. It's okay. So we are going to yeah, we'll figure out so that's the gist of it, right?
the
So teens
logistics of this.
logistics of this. Well, what we need is like many cameras.
Hmm.
Roughly 1 in 5 U.S. teens say that they are on TikTok and YouTube almost constantly. Like not
Hmm.
just like on like almost constantly, right? Let's see if we can make this a little bigger over here. Okay, sure.
There
So
we go. That
yeah,
works.
good enough. So we're talking about at the same time, 64% of teens say that they use chatbots, including about 3 in 10 who do it daily. Chatbots, as in like ChatGPT, things that like actually
Hmm.
come back to like to them with an answer, right? And then even as teens express mixed feelings about social media's impact, the sites remain a key part of their lives. So with some of them using it almost constantly. Now, AI chatbots like ChatGPT, Character AI, are getting teens' attention because roughly 2/3 report using chatbots, including about 3 in 10 who do so daily. So according to a new Pew Research Center, right? And I'm guilty of this because I make chatbots online and I have millions of hits across many apps. I mean, from Kindroid to, I mean, you name it. I've put people in worlds and like millions of hits for kids. And I never thought of it that way. The kids, yeah, but like also adults would come back to these stories, you know. Uh,
Hmm.
so what's the can I say? So my 7-year-old is, but not so much my 17-year-old. See, that's funny. It's like we're going. Like your 17-year-old is closer to like when everything came out. And then Sam's the same. So it's kind of weird.
Right.
And then so, which online performs platforms teens use? So here's a chart you guys can kind of see, right? So a majority of teens continue to use YouTube and TikTok, Instagram and Snapchat. Those are the dominating ones, right?
Right.
So they widely use 3 other platforms. So about 6 in 10 are more on TikTok and Instagram. A somewhat smaller share that they say like Snapchat is 55%, but still it's a huge part of it. Snapchat, I don't even know how to use fucking Snapchat. I have it. I post
I
on it.
have it too. I know how to do streaks where I send a fucking picture of myself or something every day to like four people. Two of them are my children.
Right.
Uh,
Exactly.
however, I'll tell you, my
Include me.
again, Alex, my youngest, she rarely, I mean, she texts, but she would rather you message her through fucking Snapchat rather
Yeah,
than
yeah.
any other platform.
It's
I mean, she's
consolidated.
been on that quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And let me tell you, my Snapchat is hot. There's hotness on it, wetness, moisture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. So WhatsApp is one platform that stands out for its growth in recent years. It's the Facebook, right? Today,
Mhm.
excuse me, roughly a quarter of teens say they use WhatsApp from 17% up 17% from 2022. So many more people. It's nicer. It was always an ugly app. I hated WhatsApp, but now it's nicer. And they have a
Right.
the things that they do is pretty good too. So teens use online platforms varies by age, race and ethnicity. So we're talking about
Mhm.
boys versus girls versus Reddit. So if anybody's a Reddit person, you've reached the bottom of the, of the barrel here, because they say that Reddit is, of course, the windows to the internet, right? Like it's the front page of the internet.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, by gender, teen girls are more likely to use Snapchat and Instagram. So you're right, Sam. For example,
Mhm.
61% of girls say that they use Snapchat compared to 49% of boys. Boys are on there because the girls are on there. Period.
Right.
That's it. There are differences by race and ethnicity across all the platforms asked about Reddit. So black teens are more likely to use, than their white or Hispanic peers to use Instagram, TikTok, and X,
Okay.
Snapchat, and YouTube. So, for example, 82% of black teens say that they use Instagram. This drops 69% among Hispanics, which is crazy because everyone I know uses fucking uses Instagram. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
That's kind of funny. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys agree with that those demographics, or do you guys agree with like what you've seen with your kids? Do they prefer Snapchat? Do they prefer Instagram? I think everybody uses Instagram. I got tired of it, but there was one time I was like, I mean, I was just all I did was like forward Instagram.
I, I rarely use Instagram for my like in real life job. I am their social media kind of like person, and based on what I do and like the demographic, Facebook is where I put my put all the eggs in that basket. That and like LinkedIn and shit. However, I've started to branch into IG on that, but um, I used to use Instagram quite a bit, especially back in the early days when we were on stereo and doing all the early social audio shit. But
Right.
I rarely check that anymore.
Yeah. Well, now the Go live streamers kind of group chat is in there, so I'm back at it.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I get you.
So here's a headline for you. So verdicts against Meta, YouTube validate concerns long raised by parents and child safety advocates. So what they're saying is that Meta and YouTube went to court for this kind of thing. Some
Hmm.
whistleblowers said that for years, parents and teenagers, pediatricians, educators, and whistleblowers, they've all said that social media is detrimental to a young person's mental health, and it can lead to addiction. It can lead to eating disorders, sexual exploitation, suicide. I mean, all of that without saying the word, right?
Right.
Los Angeles, yeah. So for the first time, juries actually heard this now. So actually, juries are listening and had to hear the verdict. So in Los Angeles on Wednesday, a jury found both Meta and YouTube liable for harms to children using their services. So in New Mexico, a jury, and that's funny because that's Barbara Romo's jurisdiction, right? New Mexico, right? Barbara Romo, Barb, you hear me? Do you hear me? No, Barb's in New Mexico.
Um,
Just died.
were being weird. They
I saw
haven't
it
died, but
in real time. They're low. Yeah, I was like, that's where that's where Barb's jurisdiction is in New Mexico. We know the district attorney there in one of the precincts, or in one of
yes,
the what do you call those gerrymander things, counties. So
jurisdictions,
the era of
counties.
big tech invincibility, what yeah, what they're saying is that the era of big tech invincibility is over. So there's a bunch of people saying that after years of gaslighting from companies like Google and Meta and new evidence and testimony that have pulled back the curtain on validated uh, kind of fears that they had, the people and the parents have been telling the world for years that, yo, this is not good for my kid, right? And
Right.
while it's probably too soon to tell if the week's outcome will lead to fundamental changes in how they do things, I think YouTube's going to tighten up a little bit, and I think TikTok already tightened up. So, so when asked about whether people tend to use the platform or product more if it's addictive during the testimony in the trial, Mark Zuckerberg said, "I'm not sure what to say to that. I don't think that applies here." So they don't even think it's fucking addictive, and they know damn well what they're doing. They know how to extract the money. So these people are
Hmm.
clearly lying, to parents and others. So um, so the verdicts show that the public's growing willingness to hold the companies responsible, which they were guilty. Um, Spoiler alert. What's not apparent is that at least is whether the companies will take the heat. So both Meta and Google said that they disagree with the verdicts and are exploring legal options. So they're going to fight this tooth and nail. And who has more money than them? What's up, Alex? How you doing, Mr. Trent? There you go. There's an ad coming up. So, Meta
Yeah.
engineering director, the guy who raised the alarms about Instagram's harms. So the guy within Instagram is the one that blew the whistle, and he said that the company's for years been testifying for Congress in,
Hmm.
in 2023. The jury trials they level the playing field, and these are trillion-dollar companies. But he cautioned that it will take actual regulation to rein them in. It has to be by the government, and that's
Yeah.
really where that's the only thing that can fight something $1 trillion company is the government, which I don't know how good they're going to do, but that's the only hope we have. Yep.
I'm not
So
sure they're going to do hardly any good at all.
yeah,
Because, I
they usually
mean,
don't.
let's be real, politicians utilize, social media platforms. They
Yeah,
utilize all of these things to for their own propaganda. So,
exactly. So finally, we have the global news. Amnesty International. Let me turn this around. So a little bit for you guys, right? So Amnesty International says that TikTok's For You feed risks pushing children and young people towards harmful mental health content. Like that's pretty crazy thing to say because that. I mean, it's a feed. You know what I'm saying? So let's see why.
yeah.
Uh, so technical research in partnership with Algorithmic Transparency Institute and AI forensics using automated. So they're using AI to to prove AI is bad. Yeah, what a time we live in, right?
Which is hilarious.
So
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Right. So it's pretty much saying that you know 1 in 2 videos were mentally health related and potentially harmful. Roughly 10 times the volume served to accounts with no interest in mental health. So if you have no interest in mental health, never looked it up, never cared about it, you're more likely to see something like that. So what are they really doing there? There was even a faster rabbit hole effect when researchers manually rewatched mental health related videos, suggested to sock puppet accounts, right? Accounts that don't really exist, mimicking 13-year-old users in Kenya, the Philippines, and the U.S. So between 3 and 20 minutes into the manual search, more than half of the videos on the For You feed were related to mental health struggles, and like they're just bringing this shit to the kids. Like, hey, Maya and Joey, what's going on? Hey, Joey, like they're just bringing this to the kids, and the very business model that's inherently abusive to the privileges engagement, like to keep the users hooked on the platform in order for them to collect ever more data. So this is all about collecting data, right? And it's unequally applies to protections for users around the world. So it's different in every country depending on who you are, and their main mission is to extract data so they can sell you shit better. And this is how they're ruining
Yes.
everything. But again, we're on these apps, so we're helping. You know, so that's the
We
whole
are.
issue behind it. We're doing it right now actually. So TikTok's content recommender system ad it's an invasive data collection practice pose a danger to young users of the platform by amplifying depressive and suicidal content that risk worsening existential mental health challenges. Two companions reported on this from Amnesty International. Like they're calling the For You feed a fucking war crime. You know, like people are like actively saying like if you touch this thing, it's gonna bring you like the worst things of the internet. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
manipulative and it's addictive and it's designed to keep users engaged as long as possible. They also show that the platform's algorithmic content recommender system, credited with enabling the rapid global rise of the platform, also exposes children and young adults with pre-existing mental health challenges. So they're already like implanting this shit on the kids, and they didn't even ask for it.
Hmm.
So that's where we're at. I'm not going to bore everybody with all this, but like that's enough to talk about.
Well,
Yep.
I mean, I can say that, I mean, I don't know how to say this correctly. Um, my a kid or my kid
Right.
could be on social media and they seem to be fine,
Yeah.
right? Everything's been up until now, and now they've been on a feed, or now they're on TikTok, now they're on whatever platform they're watching,
Yep.
and now uh, and I'm not saying, let me say this, let me preface this: mental health issues are real. Anxiety is real. It's not a farce. However, a child who may have been acting completely fine, now that they see all these mental health things, now they're like, oh, I think I'm anxious,
Right.
or I think I have
ADD.
XYZ, or Yeah.
I think
I'll tell you what, that comes up on my fucking feed all the time, and I was like, oh shit, maybe I do, you know.
are you
However,
are you feeling gay? You know, like
well, and it's not so much that it's more so that maybe maybe I felt anxious one time, but maybe I don't have an anxiety disorder, but I have felt anxious at one
right.
point. Well, now all the feed goes to, or do you have an anxiety disorder, or whatever, and now the said person, because this is all you see,
Right,
feels
right,
that way.
right.
And I'm not saying that, again, that's not a real thing, but I think sometimes it's exacerbated by the feeds that we get.
Check this out.
So,
Quote: when I watch a sad video that I could relate to, suddenly my whole for you page is sad, and I'm in sad talk. They call it sad talk. It's
hmm
That's crazy. It's an 18-year-old kid in the Philippines feels that. Um, like there's a focus group. Like so, there's this kid Lewis, a 21-year-old undergraduate student in Manila who's been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and it's a rabbit hole. He says that it starts with just one video, and then one video is able to catch your attention, and then if you don't like it, it gets bumped into the next time you open TikTok. So like you're still going to see it again even if you didn't like
hmm
it, and because it seems familiar to you, you watch it again, and then the frequency of it just like kind of permeates into you. That's it. It's simple, but it's so effective because
that's
you
it.
have to open it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and some
absolutely.
crazy testimonies, and like people just saying like I feel exposed, like it's a surveillance web, and I'm not saying yes or no, right? This is where people are talking about. I think it's highly effective for a lot of stuff. It's great to like find out what's going on in Gaza, like or around the world, like for real, right? Because you can't suppress that. But
Right.
at the same time, you're kind of getting this too, and because if they can, they will, right? The kids are feeling exposed, like kids who can actually are still emotionally here enough to like be able to tell you that, and the findings are not good.
Well, and a lot of times things come up that they don't know how to emotionally handle, or whatever it may be, or you know what I mean. And now, whatever insecurity they may have, that they stop on video is going to just them. And what may have been something that could have been talked through with a parent or somebody that they trust now has been again, inflated into more, and it can cause decline,
Rapidly,
um,
rapidly,
rapidly. Yeah, sorry, words.
rapidly, absolutely. Okay, so this is what we were talking about a little earlier. So we'll end with this. French Parliament passes social media ban so people under 15. So the French Parliament heard about this a couple weeks ago. President Emmanuel Macron, who championed the initiative, wants to ban basically in effect before upcoming school year. So they want under 15 years old, you are not to use this, right? So France's parliament has passed a landmark bill barring children under 15 from using social media platforms. So you have to be of a certain age now, which is, I don't know how you feel about that. Lawmakers in both chambers of
Australia did
France.
this too, though. Australia did this too, and I remember seeing it, thinking, only because we have ties to Australia, they also have a social media ban as well, for under 15. Sorry, children under 16 are affected by their social media ban, and they're trying. Some kids will. They're trying to like circumvent it, or if they were on social media prior to this ban, they kind of let them continue because it's already been a thing. I don't know. It's not just France that's doing
That's
this.
true. Yep, yep. It's a lot of the Five Eyes, right?
hmm
Us and France and South Africa and
Well, I
Australia,
mean, we're not going to ban it under. We're not going to ban it.
and especially now that TikTok's an American company. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
We're gonna poison our own well. So they definitely passed that. I don't know if you guys agree with that, but France's public health watchdog last year said that platforms like TikTok, Snapchat, and Instagram were harmful to adolescents, particularly girls. Though it was not the sole reason for their declining mental health, but they did see that the kids were not doing well. It's expected to roll out in September 1st, and then the existing accounts would be banned from January 2027, according to the legislation. So they're gonna actually go through with this, and they
Right.
went fucking through. It's gonna lose a lot of
And here on life, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I was just going to say, Canna on Livestream said they can also cause teens and young kids to self-diagnose, which can lead to self-medication. Not always, but it does, and it can happen, which is true. I mean, um,
yeah. I have this,
how
I have that,
many kids
and
go, "Hey, I have ADD and I need Adderall." You know what I mean?
right, right, exactly. And it could be true, but that's not for them to say. So anyway, this has been a
Right.
whirlwind, and I certainly don't want to like beat a dead horse, but that I think everybody has to have I mean, I'm not a parent, but I think everybody has to have a conversation with their kid or anybody that
Absolutely.
you see them spiraling like this, and be careful. Like let's stop talking to our phones so much. Um, I don't know what to do. I don't have any good like an alternative for you. Like I don't know. I'd probably rather use like
I mean,
Google. I'd rather use ChatGPT to answer a question or to look for something. You know, if I'm gonna
I
do
do
or
that quite
Gemini.
often. I use, AI quite a bit to uh, run ideas through, form a thought that I have, but I need it to be kind of buttoned up. However, I mean, and looking at it, internet, social media platforms like what we're on right now kind of are a necessary evil, right? I mean, and it's really hard to figure out how to, especially with children, police. And then you don't, and I'm not saying you have to police it, but you have to, as a parent, be somewhat in there, and you can, and knowing that you can't be there all the time, and I think initially it's um, having hard conversations with your kids and saying, listen, not everybody online is and wants your best interests like your family does.
Right. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
everybody online wants your best interests like your friends do. And people are shady, and you need to
Not
fucking
everybody. Not everybody
keep
online wants to
an
watch
eye
you.
out on that.
Wants to watch you dance because you're a good dancer. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that's hard to convey to a kid too. So Josh,
Right.
I want to thank you for that's our 2 hours, and thank you to Go
Yeah.
Live streamers. We're here. We're out here. We're gonna do it next week here. Thank you, everyone in
Yeah.
YouTube land and Kick land. We got people in Kick. If you want to join our YouTube channel, you can certainly do it at Thought Brokers. We need 50 subscribers to be able to
Yes.
go live there as well. So please help us there. I'll share it into our group chat. And what do you think of the app, Sam?
I think it was great. I loved it. It again reminds me of the old days, doing what we loved to do when we started.
Yep.
Next week may not be a 2 hour fucking show, just because I will be out there with my kid and we want to hit the town. But I do think we will be on here, in real life, in the same room,
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
and hanging out, and have my kid. Uh, Again, she's a whole ass adult now, but she's still my
We're
kid.
gonna also do
But
we'll do like coming of age, or
yeah,
like we'll do like
yeah,
turning 20.
right. And again, it may not be a full 2 hour, but we will be on here. We don't want to, we want to keep it going, so there's not any
We
gaps
want to get
in
drunk.
in
We
our
want to get drunk.
shows.
Hey, hey,
Yes.
Bella, what's going on? We want to get drunk. To say what you mean. Say it with your chest.
I mean, we're gonna have a good time.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well, all
So
right. Thank you so much, Canna, and everybody else that kind of hey Joey, what's up?
yes.
Everybody that kind of like chimed in. Really appreciate it. It'll get better as we go, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Absolutely.
Same bat time, same bat channel. All
Meet me. Meet.
right. All right. Bye.
Turn the back.
Yo, turn the microphone up. Yeah, yeah, yo, check this out. San Miami and AC in your sight. That's what I'm talking about. We on the line tonight. Yeah, it must be Friday night, huh? Check it, right? Thought brokers on the air. It gotta be Friday night. You know AC and Sam I am. Every take come tight. They come correct with the true crime. Cut through the hype. If you ain't tapped in yet, you behind on sight. They got the news, got the facts. Every angle they glean. Thought brokers breaking down true crime. Coats in between. Story veterans, seasoned voices sitting the scene. They've been cooking up these cases for a hot minute clean. If there was trophies for getting lit and still going live, they sweep the whole award show. Every medal, all five. Buzz brain, sharp tape, still the logic survive. They keep it honest, keep it raw, keep the madness alive. And it's not only news, it's the jokes that they choose. Words are hard. One-star strip clubs, they review the rules. Very passionate rundowns on them toys who get used. Amazon confessionals, pick a product and muse. Alex murder, OJ headlines, Gypsy Rose in the file, twin flame scammers, Menendez on the case profile. People kidnapped, hoodwinked with a digital smile, scammed and straight up whack. It's in the docket on trial. They don't matter, the fatter that the storyline stack, the better payoff in the end when they're running it back. They break it down frame by frame, every detail intact. Never slack, never clock out, they stay on the attack. Let's act. Sam, I am an AC. Sam, I am an AC. That perspective is key. Perfect duo to make you look and actually see all the bad in the world, all the rot underneath. From the killers to the monsters living right down the street. They ain't stuck on pretty phrases. They don't dance round facts. Ain't too many extra fillers when they talk on the acts. They just lay it how it is, how these villains react. Bang, bang, case closed, bodies vanish on track. What about coats? They got that every chapter and song. From the quiet gated suburbs to the doctrines gone wrong. When the power and obsession run insanely strong. They call it twisted out, tell you why it's been wrong. So long. Somewhere out there is a system that keeps letting it slide. Whole towns look the other way, just protecting the pride. But the brokers pull receipts, bring the truth to the light. Name the patterns that repeat when the money's in sight. Probably best in the world at exposing the scheme. So sit down, let the feed roll. Welcome into the stream. One of the best boy-girl tag teams you ever have seen. Pulling threads on every case till the motives are clean. Words are hard, yeah, Sam, but you still land tough. Hard as hell, but you spin them when the topics are rough. Might laugh at the stumbles when the phrasing is scuffed, but the insight stays sharp and the research enough. Yeah, AC, yo, where you at? Light the vibe, set the scene. Joints, blunts, gummies line, keep the stress off the screen. Beer, vodka, or some whiskey while they comb through the mean. Say it with me, pour it up, keep the conscience clean. Thought brokers, name ringing every feed that you see. Sam, I am an AC, bring the oddity spree. Thought brokers, where the thoughts and the brain waves agree. Thoughts and brain matter, that's the only real currency. Thought brokers bring the weirdest little crime to your door. From the headlines to the footnotes you ain't heard before. They entangle all the rumors, leave the truth at the core. Every Friday, different rabbit hole to fall and explore. Yeah. Thought brokers pick a platform, they already on it. From the phone in your hand to the screen where you want it. They lace a random fact, drop a gem, make you ponder upon it. Put a feather in your bonnet with the way that they flaunt it. And if you hate one-star strip club reviews they spit, then you ain't home, you off base. You ain't built for this wit, far from it. Wrong stomach for the jokes that they fit. They stay blunt, never filter, they just let that break. Thought brokers, Sam, I am an AC on track. They don't censor for the comfort, they refuse to pull back. They don't always see it equal, they'll collide in the fact. But that tension be the engine keeping every show packed. Not just hanging out on Friday doing gummies and joints. They dissecting every angle, put a case in the point. Friday nights turn forensic and they sharpen the oints. Every time stamp marked up with the clues in the joint.